Yeah.
Hello, welcome to our special this week about using hand reflexology to ease osteoarthritis and achy joints. This has come out of a question at our live session last Thursday from Paula, who's got osteoarthritis, which of course affects so many of you. And are there natural ways of dealing with it? Yes, you can prevent it, you can maintain it, and you can also ease it with therapies. So today I am joined finally by Judith. This is our third attempt, third time lucky. We've had so many technology fails. And Judith is a reflexologist. Then during lockdown, she started to do online sessions. So she is really good at this. And she does pamper parties, she does skincare, advice, and all sorts. So I will pop the link in for judithhymphries.co.uk. But Judith is going to take us through some exercises and some relaxation for achy joints. So I'm going to hand over to Judith.
Fantastic. Thank you, Andrea. It's a shame. It took us a while to get going, but practice makes perfect. And I'm quite relaxed about these things. So let's just have a bit of fun with it. Now, I know that ladies who have this condition will be feeling a lot of pain all over their body. So I'm going to give you a general introduction to what hand reflexology is and how it can help you. But the main thing is, yes, by all means, you use a balm, but it's gentle, really gentle touch reflexology with this, because you don't want to cause any more pain. You want to find a balance, you want to be relaxed, and you want to find some healing. So if you've got a balm, while I'm talking, you can start just gently rubbing it all over your hands and up your lower arms. Doesn't matter if you haven't got anything, you can just start by doing some gentle massage. And as I'm talking, you just follow what I'm doing with my hands. And you can even have a bit of fun with it and use some massage tools if you've got them to hand, or makeup brushes. Makeup brushes are lovely and gentle because they're going to create like a feathering effect. So just see what you've got in the cupboard or see what you've got in your makeup bag and just have a bit of fun with it. The thing is, it's really healing. Reflexology works on the concept that your hands and your feet are a mirror of your body. So every organ, every system is reflected in your hands and your feet. It dates back to the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Romans, and it's been a therapy that's been passed down through the generations, and its healing is very, very powerful and shouldn't be underestimated. When you're starting off by just doing this gentle rubbing, gentle massage, what you're doing is actually helping the blood and the lymph flow much more efficiently. And if you know anything about the human body, you'll know that these are like the motorways of our body, and the blood carries when you're moving the blood around, that carries the oxygen around the body, so it's getting everything to work efficiently. And when you're working the lymph, which you're also massaging, that's like the garbage truck. It's taking away all the toxins, and that's what you want to do when you're in pain, because it's the toxins that are causing you to have discomfort at the very minimum and agonizing pain at the maximum. So we're looking to alleviate that. I can't even say it. Osteoarthritis, it's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Can be caused by different factors. It can be caused by aging, it can be caused by stress, it can be caused by obesity, but definitely stress-related problems figure highly. So reflexology is a great way to de-stress. It's like having a big hug. It's better than a massage because you don't have to take your clothes off. You can do it over the clothes. You can do it on your face. You can even do it on your ears. I'm very passionate about reflexology, as you can probably tell. So we've done our rubbing in, done our massage, and I'm going to show you the first reflex point. So our hands have got various, well, about 200 or 300 reflex points. And I always start my treatment by squeezing the solar plexus. So that is on the spongy area, just below there, that's the reflex for your, the reflex zone for your chest. And your solar plexus just sits below there. It's like a bundle of nerves. And just by gently squeezing it in, breathe in, and out, breathe out. And the same on the other side. You're going to be sending pain relief. all over your body, because it's sending positive signals to the whole of your nervous system. It's a bit like when you go for a back massage and the massages up your spine, which contains the spinal column. So the whole of your nervous system is being affected just by squeezing that solar plexus. So I always start my reflexology treatments with that one, and I always conclude with that one. Very calming, very relaxing. Now I've just dropped my pad, so I'll pick that up again. My balancing act isn't very good, and actually reflexology is all about balance. So let's get balanced, Judith. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this silly t-shirt, bright pink with Busy Lizzie on, it's because I've just come from baby reflexology and massage. So reflexology suits everyone from 0 to 90, from nursery to nursing home. It's great. Okie dokie. Right. I'm going to talk about the thumb now. So we're going to start by massaging our thumb. And because we're doing gentle touch reflexology, I hope you can see this okay. I'm just gently stroking up my thumb, because this is the mirror of your head. If you're feeling stressed, your skull can feel like it's crushing in on you, feel really tight. So just doing that stroking movement up and down both thumbs will just help relieve tension. Then we're going to go a step further and be a bit more scientific. Obviously, your brain is in your head, and your brain contains some very important glands that control parts of your body, controls the whole of your body. But the one that I want to talk to you today about is called the Pituitary Gland, because that is like the brainchild, the control of all the hormones around your body. And hormones are rather important to menopausal ladies, aren't they? And we want to be calming them down and balancing them. So I'm just going to show you where to squeeze on your thumb. So on your thumb, you've got a spongy area here, haven't you? But I want you to just go in slightly to that bit there. And that's where your pituitary gland is. And what I'm doing is more than just a squeeze. I'm actually doing what's called a thumb roll, like that. So I'm digging in a little bit. Carefully, if you've got sharp nails, just do it on the spongy bit, not on your actual nail. I have to keep my nails quite short, otherwise I'll be gouging my clients. So you just rotate there and you rotate there, and that's really, really good for balancing. The reason we have to do it on both sides is because we are not flat Stanleys, are we? We're 3-dimensional, 5-dimensional, whatever. And so you just need to be doing on both sides, because our spine goes down the middle, and our head is, you know, two-dimensional. I was thinking, when I'm looking at somebody's hands or somebody's feet, I actually see, it's a bit weird, it's a bit like a hologram. I actually see the organs that I'm doing. I can actually picture them. That's the way I work. I sort of go into a bit of a zone when I'm doing somebody's feet or hands. You have to concentrate when you're doing your own hands, though, so make sure you do both sides and do it 3 to 5 times. That seems to work. Okay, in between, when I'm wittering on, you can just go back to your gentle rubbing or your stroking, and or if you've got your brush or your massage tool, you can have a little bit of a go with that as well. Okie dokie. Next one I want to talk about is your liver and your kidneys, because they're really important for detoxing. So your liver sort of sits right below your stomach. It's like a band that goes right across this area here. Just to imagine there's a belt going across your hand, like a band going around there, and literally just stroke across it. So I suppose I'm at the bottom of my thumb, going across to just under the bottom of my little finger. I'm stroking and I'm stroking, and that is just going to improve the function of your liver. And it's on both sides. It's actually quite a big, large organ. It has quite an important role to play in our body. It's like a sieve filtering out all the toxins. So you need to be working that gently, gently. If you're doing this and it's the recording, then you can go and have a look at what's in your bathroom cabinet. And if you've got some basic balm, coconut oil or something natural, you could add a couple of drops of essential oils in there. I mean, personally, I think for hormones, geranium or orange is a good one. Not too much, and just make sure it's well diluted. But Andrea is more of an expert on that side of things than I am. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm just rubbing across that belt, that liver that lies below our large colon. I'm not going to blind you with too many things. I'm just going to give you a couple more. And one of my favourite reflexology movements is massaging the spinal column. And on the hand, you start down here and you go all the way up to the head. And I like that one because it does everything. It just fits all, it'll reach all over the body. And I'm just taking my thumb and I'm sweeping and I'm stroking all the way to the top. And you can go the other way if you like. And it just feels lush. If you're doing it on your feet, if you can get that far down, when you stroke up that instep from your heel all the way up to your big toe, it feels lush. Try it. Take your shoes and socks off and give it a go. It really is so relaxing having somebody do that up your spine. It's really nice. Okay, let me see, what else do I want to do? Well, I suppose it's appropriate, ladies, to work your reproductive organs, because although our functions change as we get older, we still need to look after them, because that's the whole point of it. You know, they've had this important function in life, haven't they? And we've got to look after our nether regions, vagina, whatever you want to call it, fallopian tubes. They need to be looked after, they need to be nurtured, because they are the centre of our being, I believe. Now, bearing in mind, as I said, that's the spine and our heads are here. So our reproductive organs, that's our fallopian tubes, and our vagina is that bit there, our uterus, if you like. So what we need to do is actually turn our hands over and go over that way. So that is taking us across our fallopian tubes, and then we can just massage that area there. And that's really good for menopausal ladies. If you're doing it on your feet, you just do it, go across from your ankles into the centre to that funny knobbly bony bit there, and you work that bit there, and that can relieve a lot of tension as well. Now, I think I've probably given you quite a few to work on. So we talked about the solar plexus, talked about the head, talked about the pituitary gland, talked about the liver, talked about working the spine, going up and down, and then talked about our reproductive organs, and we've turned our hands over. Just to finish off with, if we're going back to that nice stroking, if you stroke from the top of your hand, from the bottom of your fingers, if you like, down, that's the lymphatic system. And what I'm doing there, by using my fingers like a little comb, is I'm actually draining the lymphatic system. And that's a real good detox as well. And even though this is like a mini little session, you will have detox. You need to drink plenty of water or herbal tea, avoid caffeine and alcohol. And then we go back to that end, the conclusion, on our solar plexus again. Take deep breaths. And I really believe that doing self-reflexology is one of the ways you can combat the pain, and it will really help you relax and feel better. And I hope that helps. If ever you have any questions, just ask. Andrea will tell you where to find me.
But also, actually, that's brilliant. Thanks, Judith, because this will be sat in the group. People can ask questions below, and you're in the group for maybe a day or two. So you're more than welcome to stay. It's completely up to you, but you can answer questions as well if people have got them. I've got a question, because I think what you've shown us is fascinating, how it links to the organs. And I have to say, ladies, you will detox. When I did one of these a few months ago with Judith, I think it was back in the winter, the following day it was like I had that hangover because I had detox. So be gentle, because you might shift a lot of toxins.
And also I always warn my clients that you get emotional, and you can either be euphoric, yes, or you can be quite tearful, and that's all part of the detox. And you're not going mad
as well.
Yeah.
I always want my clients, warn your husband that tomorrow you might be in a detox. So a question I have for you is, if a lady is watching and she's actually got achy, because you've just done a holistic approach and gone around the body. But if somebody was actually sat here going, but to even get started, my hands, my fingers, my wrists, everything is achy, how would you suggest they warm up and loosen up to even get ready?
Do the effleurage by all means, but there's nothing to stop you if you really are feeling very swollen and inflamed, is to get that brush and do your face, do your ears.
Yeah.
And I can maybe do another demonstration later on, but just brushing somebody's ears and the reflexes on you. Can you believe
can
this
actually take aches and pains out of your fingers?
Yeah, because you're working the areas and then you're not putting any pain or impact on here, you know. So that's what I would advise. Get that, you know, little brush out.
What kind of brush did you say? You said a makeup brush, didn't you?
Well, I would use one of my oh, excuse me, I'm reaching across to my, I've got one of these.
All right, we just got a big B. That's like a blusher brush.
Yeah, and it's really soft.
Yeah.
So that's more gentle than using your fingers.
Yeah.
But you can get
brush
smaller
around
ones
your ears with that.
You could do that. It'd be lovely.
And that really starts helping achy fingers.
Yeah, because there'll be reflexes on your ears and your face that relate to your hands.
Wow.
It wasn't a thing where it's always sort of working downwards. But yeah, or just doing that on your fingers. That feels really lush.
Yeah.
And you can circle around the areas that are inflamed.
That is fascinating. Yeah.
You can also
never
get little,
thought being that gentle. I'm a bit too bombastic.
Yeah, but when you're doing babies that have just been born, or clients of mine who are, you know, in nursing homes, you've got to be as gentle.
Yes. You're in the Chinese medicine world, what we call a yin practitioner, whereas I'm very yang, which is dynamic and get stuck in there. So we are very different styles. So I think for achy joints, your style definitely wins there. Oh, thank you for joining us today. So anybody watching, if you have got any questions, please post them below, because Judith can either pop in and answer them, or maybe do a sister video and pop that in the group. That would be great. And I'll put the link for Judith's website as well. So thank you, Judith. We got there in the end. And let me just stop our recording.